Hi, Hester here from Handmade Home. Welcome to what's already my 5th tutorial. I've showed you paper crafts, I showed you crochet and even a little bit of ceramics. But today I would love to show you one of my favourite craft products for all time, which is spaghetti yarn from Hooked. What the clever people of Hooked do, they take recycled bits of cotton, leftover bits from the fashion industry, cut it and sew it together to make one big yarn. And you can use this for crocheting or knitting. You need extra large needles, crochet or knitting needles, and you can use it in a wide variety of stuff. I use it for cushion covers, I made a footstool, you can make jewellery out of it, make great little bracelets, anything really. They have a website, www.hooked.nl, and you spell hooked with triple O, so HOOKED.nl, and they ship worldwide. So order your stuff and start knitting. I'm going to show you how you can make a knitted rug. We are going to knit squares. We're going to knit a couple of squares and turn those into a rug. You get your 12mm needles, and I'm going to show you a very easy way to cast on. You make a little loop out of your fabric. It's a little knot actually. Stick your needle through. Wrap the yarn around your thumb. Stick it through. There you go, stitch. So around your thumb and through. Around your thumb and through. Once more, around your thumb, loop it through. I made my squares roughly with 18 stitches. The yarn varies in thickness. This one is a medium one, some a little bit thicker. So just cast it on and then have a look. Just make a first one, 18 stitches, and then you have a look with the next one if it's the same thickness. Otherwise you have to add a bit of stitches or take some off. So you keep doing this. It's a very easy cheat way of doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12, 13. I'm making my rug out of different colors, but you could do all the same colors. I just use blue tones and beige. And I think this is 18. You can knit different ways. I like these just knitting really plain, just a knit stitch on every pattern, every needle. But you could do one needle knit and back purl, or you can make a cable if you're a very confident knitter. But I'm going to show you how to do it really simple. So, how to knit. You get your needle and you put it through the first little loop. You take your yarn, wrap it around the needle, pull it out through the stitch, and you take it off. I'll show you a couple more times. You put your needle through the stitch, take your yarn, wrap it around, pull it out, through, and you take it off. So your needle, you push it through the little loop, take your yarn, wrap it around, pull it out and take it off to the next needle. So in, around, through the loop, and you take it off. And this is the knit stitch. So there you go, you've done your first needle, and now just do exactly the same thing again. So take it over again in your left hand and you go through, around, and keep doing this until you have a square you like. I have mine roughly 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters. Fast forward 20 minutes and we knitted our square. What we have to do now is cast off. I'll show you how that's done. You do 2 more knit stitches. Give me yarn. And then when you got 2 on your right needle, you put your left needle through the first one, pull it over the other stitch and let it go. Then you knit 1 more until you have 2 again on this one. Take the one on the right, put your needle underneath and pull it over the other stitch. There you go. So one more, put it over, and there you go. So you keep continuing that until you hit the last stitch, and you do the same again. Pull it over, and there you go. Let's pull this close. You get your scissor, cut the yarn, and just make a little knot here. So now we got this one done. It's time to start making your rug. I've knitted all of these over the last couple of weeks. It's a great little project to do in front of TV because it takes like half an hour, 20 minutes to make one of these, and you don't get bored easily. Let's make a nice pattern. Whichever way you like. And we start knitting them together. Let's start with these two. I'm using bits of the yarn to knot them together. You just get your little bit and make a simple little knot. Make sure it's nice and secure. And then you just weave this through. Just find little loops and pull it through. Little loop. You could do this with a contrasting colour. I quite like using the same colour as one of the knits. Make sure it's nice and secure. And look, you get a nice bond here. You don't really see that much of a difference in colour. So continue doing this until you're at the end, and we're gonna put all the squares in a nice collar pattern, and then you get a rug. So fast forward half an hour and I attached all the squares together. Just have to finish this last bit. Show you once again how I've done it. You have your yarn and you just find little hooks, little loops where you can hook it through. In this way you just weave it together. Keep pulling it nice and tight. So find a little hole, squeeze your yarn through and pull it tight. Just so I finish this last bit. I used 9 squares to do this one, but you can use as much as you like, depending on how big a rug you want. And maybe if I think in the future I need a rug a bit longer, I'm just gonna knit a few more squares. So I'm just coming to the end here. Making sure this is nice and attached. And I'm gonna finish with a little knot. Make sure your yarn doesn't run free after a while if you walked on it. And here you go, my rug is finished, made out of knitted spaghetti yarn squares. If you like this video, please watch the other ones as well and like and subscribe to my channel.